the Black Phone 2, the number 2, Tom.
Different, but okay.
Yeah. So I want to let everybody know that this is a spoiler review for those of you that can't read the thing that said spoiler review before you clicked. Yeah. I'm going to spoil the fuck out of this thing. So, movie starts out, and the kid from last movie, he's I don't know, I'm guessing he's a senior now or whatever, and he's the fucking guy in school that you don't fuck with. And he's beating the shit out of somebody, similar to the way that movie
It's a vicious cycle, man.
is. His violence breeds violence. And well, shit, his sister, she's a little older too, so now there's this young fella hitting on her, wants to take her to the old Duran concert that's going to be going on pretty soon in this not a big town. I thought we established in this last movie that this wasn't the metropolitan area. But anyway, Duran's come into town. Must have been early in their career. And, well, yeah, she says it. The brother's like, yeah, whatever. He's just trying to fuck you, whatever. And well, the girl later on starts having dreams. There's this phone call she gets in her dream from some girl that's like at a camp somewhere, and she can't figure it out. There's something about it, Tom. Something about it's driving her crazy. And then she starts having dreams of like some ghostesses. Turns out the brother, phones ring for him too. Phones that are disconnected and shit. That like pay phones, and he'll just answer it and say, "Sorry, I can't help you," and hangs up. He ain't having no more of that ghostly shit. Um, but the sister like, well, what the fuck? What's the name of this camp? And looks it up, and like, turns out that's a camp that her mom worked at. She was on your seat. In the first movie, they established that her mom had the gift of precognition with dreams and shit too, Tom. And well, I mean, they had said that the mom had committed suicide. The dreams and shit drove her crazy. Well, they're kind of driving this girl crazy too, Tom. And so no, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to that camp. Look, they're hiring. They're hiring, youth counselors to work at this Christian camp. All right. Well, the guy that's trying to fuck her by taking her to Duran, he says, well, I'll take you, And the brother says, man, I can't let this guy just drive off with my sister. I guess I'm going to. And they go to this camp, and this is a lot of time. I'd say they spent 30 minutes setting up that they're going to go to this place. So they're in a place because as they get there, Tom, as they're getting close, a blizzard comes in, and turns out they had already called all the other people that were coming to this camp. Hey, we're canceling this shit. It's like blizzard's here, and there's only one couple there. This young lady and the guy that owns the camp. Those are the only people there. Now are three protagonists. And the guy that owns this camp, he's he is a Hispanic guy. Like, they're gonna let a Hispanic guy run a fucking youth camp, and he's a felon.
Well, I mean, you said he was Hispanic,
right? But just to reiterate, they always do shit like this, and it's like, oh, this person's a felon, but they've got this job that there's no fucking way. Even Colorado, even as liberal a place as that is, or whatever, they're not gonna let a felon run a fucking youth camp. Well, anyway, Tom, there just happens to be a payphone there, but that phone ain't working forever.
I know just the guy to call.
Mm-hmm. This girl starts having dreams, and it turns out there's like these three kids. They're all fucked up looking, like they had been like murderized and stuff, and she's having dreams of them, and she dreams of the grabber, the guy from the last movie. She's dreaming of him, and they do a little digging, asking a little questions. Turns out, yes, there was three kids that went missing at one point. And this was at a time, Tom, when her mom was working at that camp. You know, her mom's calling her from the past. Her mom calling her from the other side. The grabber starts doing his shit, you know. I guess he's got, but the kids, the dead kids, are trying to lead her here, lead her here. The thing is, you know, they need to find these kids' bodies because the grabber still has power from the other side. You know, in her dreams, he can hurt people. He is the fucking dream master. And she needs to become a dream warrior in order to defeat him, you know. And nobody believes her at first, but then the grabber gets more and more power, and he can hurt people, you know, in the physical world, even though they can't see him. And yeah, I don't know. It's revealed that their mom didn't commit suicide afterwards. She had a dream of one of the abducted kids, went after the grabber, and he fucking killed her and set it up to where it looked like she hung herself. So all the guilt that their dad had been harboring is misplaced, Tom, because their mom was a hero, not just a coward that killed herself. Um,
Well, Joe, let me tell you something. This movie sounds very familiar. Ha ha ha, bitch.
it sounds like a bunch of movies. Turns out the grabber also worked at the summer camp at the same time that their mom did. You know, they called him Wild Bill at the time. And yeah, that's where he started his killings, Tom. These three kids were his first victims. So yes, you know, that's where he's still having his power in the afterworld because these kids are not they're not free. They're chained to him with, you know, with the murder vibe or whatever the fuck. I don't know. And it turns out old Wild Bill, now the grabber, he was a hell of a skater. He was a great ice skater, and now he can skate on the ice on the frozen lakes, Tom, holding an axe, just like another movie we know. Um, yeah, they eventually kill him. This girl learns how to use fucking dream powers, and like she can fight back using the power of dreams and positive thinking.
Oh, I wish I had a giant mallet. All right. Boom. It sounds like it's pretty good.
They kill the grabber again.
Re-kill him.
Yeah, and everybody's reunited and happy, and the end.
Oh, why didn't they call a Ghostbuster? That would have been my first thing. Did they learn nothing from that hit song?
So this one tries to throw in some humorous points here and there. You know, it's got some CGI. It's got some good looking shit too. I don't know if it's practical or CGI, but it still looks good with the dead kids. But it just doesn't have that bleakness of storyline that the first one did. You know, the first one was like, yeah, this kid's fucked. You know, this is like this is not a good situation. Even at home. Not even the killer, just the shit with their dad. That was like, yeah, this isn't good. You know, this one is just kind of like, all right, they're gonna come out of this okay. You know, right from the beginning. You know, like this is just a fucking another horror movie. You know, just another horror movie for the masses. You know, and it would have been really cool, I think, had they not even had the grabber in it. You know, grabbing.
The trauma of what happened.
It could have just been something with her, like following these ghosts and trying to release them. But fuck, you know, the grabber, you can sell action figures, you can sell that little mask thing that he wears, you know, all kinds of shit. You know,
It's two masks in one, you know.
it's merchandising, is what it is. And this movie was unnecessary. You know, I'll never watch it again, but I will watch the first one again at some point because it's a damn good movie. This is just shitting on it to make a buck, but that's what Hollywood does. That's what Hollywood has always done. And I'm glad I didn't pay to see it. There's one scene where they play a song from Pink Floyd's The Wall album, and that shit can't be cheap. I'm just thinking, man, they just spent a lot of money on this song, and it's cool when they're playing it. It's like, yeah, this fits this thing that they're doing. It. In fact, a lot of the music is cool, but man, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work as a whole for me. And I don't know. Lisa said she didn't like it. The guy sitting next to me, he didn't like it. He laughed. He was, oh, fucking, can't wait for part 3, Blackberry or whatever. And I think so. What they should have done was had a white phone there that she could call and get help, from the good.
Enough of this bad phone.
Right. Maybe in the next one. We'll see. I don't know.
She picks up the white phone and her credit score instantly goes up.
The build up, okay, the first 30 minutes it showed promise, and then it's just like, man, this is very, very average and commonplace. And I think a lot of people will like it, but they're the kind of people that are gonna like anything. It's disappointment. Huh?
Yeah, I have. Oh, so excuse me.
I should be used to disappointment in my life by now, but it still always packs a punch.
Yeah, I had no interest in the last one. I have no interest in this one. I have even less interest in this one now after having to do the image for this and then listening to what you're saying. It's like, hey, fuck you guys too. It's still October. We don't need this snow movie. Why don't you just hold the fuck off? If it's not like, just a regular horror movie or Halloween, it's, it sounds like the snow's a plot point. Why don't you fucking wait a couple weeks?
He's wearing a mask.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He's also ice skating, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so suck a dick.
Thanks for checking out the show. We hope you dug it, baby. If so, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and let us know down below. Support Tom and Joe by heading over to DWNProductions.net and FastCustomShirts.com. Until next time.